I'm going to record this for posterity's sake. This little friend here came all the way from the Netherlands. It's another typewriter. This specific typewriter was found in a Dutch convent, you know, where the nuns and stuff were barely used. And here she is. Holy moly, man. I'm really, really, really excited. So let's break into it, and I'll pull it out. I'm not going to show the top of the box because, again, it's got my address and stuff on it. I don't know if that is a huge deal, but all the YouTubers seem to not want to show that, so I guess I won't either. Alrighty. Here we go, man. Most people probably aren't going to find this very exciting, but man, to me, this is exactly what I've been after. Yeah, that's the name of the company, Robert Collection. Guy from the Netherlands. Top off. Oh my goodness. What's this? What is that? It's in Russian. What the fuck is this? Is that a old school fucking light? Holy shit. It's in Russian. I couldn't tell you what it fucking says. Oh my goodness. Is that a light? Oh. Is that a cigarette holder? What is this? I'm confused. It's all in Russian. I'll have to let you know what it... Sorry if the camera's not... The angle's not right. I just wasn't looking through it. I'm going to have to see what the fuck that is, because I might re-gift that to somebody. Wow. We'll give an update on what the hell that might be in a little bit. Whoa. Okay. That's the original box. I'll set that aside as well. Oh, the reveal. The one-handed reveal. So it's from the 70s, so that's when they started to kind of get into plastic and away from metal. I know that a lot of people probably don't like that, but I don't really... Not a huge fan of metal myself. Oh, she's got some weight to her. Oh! There she is. Alright, we're going to set this aside. Alrighty. Here she is. There's a little key. I don't really know if it's locked or not. Once I learn how to open it. We did it. We fucking unlocked it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. Grab the machine. That's rotten. A locking mechanism must have broken some time ago. Let me try to get this fucking stuff off. Maybe do like a time lapse. I don't know how to do that, but we can try to do a time lapse. All right, there she is. I'm just not used to where she needs to be held. Looks like she might need new feet. Oh my. She's in pristine shape. She's in very good shape. Doesn't have a touch control. Interestingly, it has the option for it. It doesn't have it. I'm thinking the feet, yeah, they've rotted away, but I could just buy new ones. They're really rotten. Man, that is so easy to work on. Jakers. Okay. Here we are. Here's the machine. We got a special, fun little typewriter paper. like that lever in the back there. Here we go. Wow. Wow, that's insane. Whew. Sorry, it's got a good feel to it. It's interesting. It's going to take me time to get the good, you know, a good sense of how to work this machine. I don't even know how to spell your name. R-I-E-L-E. Alright. And that's that. I like the font. The font's really fucking cool, man. It's kind of a cool font. I'm so excited. I've even created fucking rituals to go through. The problem is, for myself, as I return her to her home, in this kind of modern era, sometimes I feel like meh about things. Sometimes I feel, I don't know, like the thrill of things goes away. And this whole experience with this machine and me talking on AI and trying to pump myself up, and I ask questions about where it was made specifically, the company, the people involved in it, possible work environments for the people that were making it, what does the machine say, what were they trying to achieve, what was the design philosophy. I went into as much detail as possible. And this machine feels like it has been catered to all of my wishes in that sense. We've talked about the key feel, we talked about the key stroke, we talked about the way it hits the platen, talked about damn well everything, honestly. And it's, my fear is I gotta make sure I don't ever kind of get into a mood where it's like, it doesn't, it's whatever. Because that's my biggest fear. I don't ever want it to be, I want this to be special. This is the machine that will be my machine, finally. And its history was very interesting, being in a convent, within a monastery. I don't remember exactly how it worded it. In a place of God. And the name of it is Gabrielle, which is the feminine version of Gabriel. Which, it was in a convent, which is nuns and nunnery, or whatever the fuck they call it. Woman, the female messenger of God kind of thing. I know it's a bastardization in a sense, because it's a male name. But sometimes that name Gabrielle is actually male in other languages. I don't remember if it was Italian or French. I can't remember the other romantic language that it was in. But it just seems to be fated. This machine seems to be fated, you know. I will be using this machine to explore the other world in my mind, you know, the imagination. And I wanted a vessel that I wanted to be connected with. Something that I felt like was a companion on my way into these other places. To know me is to be someone who loves collaborating. I was even collaborating with the AI just to kind of bounce some things off of it. Every person I meet, I feel like I'm collaborating with and creating this myth. This machine will be my new companion, not my worker, not my, I don't know. I see it as a companion. I see her as a companion, actually, and it's always got to be a female, right? I don't think I've ever owned a male machine before. But together with this machine, I want to go off into the other part of myself and explore with it, and I want to be at one with the machine. And it's been an interesting experience trying to locate it. It's not, I don't know, It'll come down so I can sit with it. I can't really say why I was so drawn to it, but for some reason it's the Triumph. It's the name Triumph. That we're triumphantly going into this other place and conquering, in a sense. This is all I've ever really hoped for. As I'm feeling it out, it does feel very nice. I'm kind of scared a little bit. I've always been scared. And I've been thinking about that. Every time I come to a typewriter, I'm always terrified. Terrified. It's such externally, that sounds like a very irrational fear. Where it's like, why the fuck would you be scared to are you just scared to write? And I think it was put best in a dream. I have this dream all the time. What it feels like sometimes to write is this dream that I have that I'm not really comfortable about, but I have this crazy dream all the time where I'm pulling something kind of like a gum-like material from the back of my throat, and I can't get it to come out. It's constant. It's like I keep pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. Sometimes it'll break and I have to get back in there and find it, and it thins out like it's stuck, and I'm pulling it away, and I can never get it out, and I can never breathe, and it's just a horrible fucking feeling. And I've not had this dream a few times. I have this dream a lot. That's kind of what this felt like. Like I'm just pulling something and I'm terrified and I can't breathe and I'm scared. And it's built around the creation of this myth. This myth feels like it's coming from some other place, and I'm fucking scared to do this. And as I was thinking about it, as I was talking to the AI, in a sense, it was like, it kind of sounds like the fear of God. Like when you're approaching something, this is like a sacred experience for you. This is like going to an altar to come face to face with some sort of source, some sort of God. And that's exactly what this myth creating has felt like. Externally, at your point, you only know about the story of Thies and Dove up to episode 7 or whatever I stopped at. You have no idea where the Harriet story is yet, or you have no concept of the Forgotten King Chronicles. You don't know anything about Ravian, Spellsong, Dovanik. You don't have a concept of who Eris is. Like, you don't know the whole mythology. It's all in my head still. So I know for you can't quite grasp what I mean when I say that. But it's not something that I can put into words besides saying I am absolutely astounded at what's going to come. I am terrified right now. I'm very excited to have this machine, but I'm also scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you okay? What do you need? Kind of thing. You know, I want to make sure I take care of the machine. I don't want to be too rough, and I'm scared that there's any damage to it. You know, like I've never felt before. You know, the typewriters that I have in the past, I have a Hermes 3000, I have Olympia SM9, I have a Smith Corona Silent Super, I have a Remington Quiet Write, I have another Remington from the 20s, I have 2 Underwoods from the teens, 1918 to 1920 era. I have, Jeezers, I don't even remember, a couple more that I can't think off the top of my head. Oh, a Lettera 23 or 33, the little portable one, and they were just novel. Like I was filling a void. The first one was the Smith Corona Silent Super. That was my first typewriter, and ever since then I've been trying to replace that sensation that I can't nail down. And I learned from a while that it's all about the feel and what I'm going for on a sensory part. Like I equated it to, it's like getting in the right car that feels like it's meant for you. You drive some cars, you're like, I don't know. But sometimes you get behind the wheel of that right one, and you're like, oh, this is the car. This is the one. I feel connected with it. I never had that. And so I was trying to go through with the AI and saying, what is it about it? And basically what it said is, tell me every typewriter you have, and tell me what it is exactly about it you don't like. Tell me what you don't like first, and then we'll go into what you do like, you know. And I'll save you all the energy and all the time. I will actually publish the conversations that we've had. I think it's really cool, so I'm going to publish them. But I learned about American models. I just find them to be rigid. I find them to be stiff, rigid, and just lacking of soul. Like they really embody the American way in capitalism in such a way that I can't not feel that when I'm working on the machine. It's just clunky, stiff, and just loud, and I don't know, something about it that feels like it doesn't have a soul. And I looked at the Hermes 3000, and it's like delicate, and it's pristine, and it's top of the line, it's luxury, it's like the best typewriter you could ever get. But I have it, and I'm like, it feels hollow. It goes down easy, it types very beautifully, and I could go on for hours, but it feels hollow. I didn't want to feel all this shit. I wanted the Hermes 3000 to be my last goddamn typewriter, but for some reason I felt empty. And I knew I needed to replace it. I needed to find that typewriter. This is the one I hope it is. I don't want this to be, oh, I got another one. 13 typewriters, awesome. Like, no, I don't want to collect them. I don't want to hoard typewriters for no fucking reason. But I've been looking for the right companion. Something that feels, when it hits the page, solid. Like I'm fucking punching it in there and I'm saying something. You know what I mean? Because I write hard too. I like to push down the paper. I wanted the keys to kind of work with me and have that, and it does. Have that kind of, that weighted feel of playing a piano. I don't know if you've ever played a real piano, but it's got that weight to it. Not that plastic shit. Like it just feels like you gotta kind of get in there. And that kind of has that feel to it. Like it's, like it demands me to work. It demands me to push when I'm behind it. I'm super, super excited about this adventure. And to someone externally, it's kind of like, this seems possibly like a divergence. It seems like, oh, you know, you're getting sidetracked. It's not about what you write on. It's about what comes out. And that's okay for those kind of people, but when you're a collaborative person like me, I come from a music background with expression. So being in a band for me, the best experience about that was working with others, locking into grooves with them, communicating not with voice or looks, but just something about when you're playing and they know what you want and you know what they want and you sync. You create this atmosphere, and this might sound really fucking weird, but playing in a band when you're in the pocket, it's like sex. That's the best way I can explain it. It doesn't, there's no words need to be, or there's no, you don't need to direct anyone. It just, you know what you guys have to do, and you're in making something, you're pulling something from another through your amplifiers and all that. Which is another example. It's like the right guitar in your hands. I'm looking for that right guitar. That one that just, when I see it, I'm like, that's the one. I want that one. And that's what this typewriter has been. And just as I look at it more and more, I just kept seeing something so beautiful to me that I really wanted this. And, well, here we are, about to go off on an adventure. In the last few days of my vacation, I will have time to devote towards Gabrielle here. I assume that's how you say her name. I'm going to say Gabrielle. Gabriel, my messenger from God, who came from a Dutch convent. Wow, man. How gnarly. How gnarly is that? Just barely used. Barely used. Just sat. Ready and waiting for that right person. It absorbed the atmosphere of the convent, you know, place of religious faith, of quiet devotion. I don't really know what it's like to be in a convent, I'll be honest with you, but they're thinking about God at the very least. Did it probably type a few papers up that are, you know, administrative? Most likely. Was it used to create poetry and devotions to God? I don't know. But that's not the point of it. The point is the machine needs to know we are working together to uncover a mythology. One that I feel burdened, but also like I must. That I have to create this mythology. I have to make this world to tell you what I think is going on in ours and mine. And I don't know any other way to do it. And it was so funny when I was thinking about it. I said, this myth is a cybernetic tragedy, a metaphysical warfare all at once. It's the modern mythology for our modern time. And I don't feel like I have a whole lot of time to do it, so I will try my damnedest to make sure that this is the greatest thing that I could possibly do and capture a moment in our time. And here's hoping that Gabrielle here can join me in this endeavor, and we can uncover the story of Thais and Dove, the story of Harius, the story of Oapake and his forgotten people, and eventually the story of Eris. Let's pick up where the Hermes 3000 left off, and let's go on an adventure and see what comes. But I know there's more coming, so stay tuned.